Oh, that is a fancy little background you got there.
Thanks. Unlocked, by the way.
There's a kitty.
There is a kitty. That's Mucifer.
This is not, in fact, Splitgate 2.
True.
Oh, yeah.
You are correct.
True and real.
Don't mind getting the drops, but it's not the right thing.
Oh, there's like
Share
8
chat.
different places to do the accept and everything. Okay. There we go. We got it. We're good. We're good. Okay. This over here. That off. That off. Leave that up. Okay. Cool. Move that there. Do this here. Hit that button. Okay. Now we're ready. All right. So, do this here. Terrific. Okay. All righty. So we have everybody here.
Well, no.
True. Sag. Missing Zephyrin tonight. He will be back for our next session. Unfortunately, he had plans already for today and for next week, but luckily we are off next week. And so, recapping from our last session, the combat heavy session that we had, you guys were attempting to break into the basement of the Ice Delights Bakery. In the process of trying to break in, you had the trapdoor thrown open in front of you with a bandit, a ruffian, looking up at you and mistaking you all for new fighters who were coming to the underground fight club underneath the Ice Delights Bakery. The group went into the basement. You participated in a couple of fights while scoping out the area, looking for Skeg, the half-orc that you were tasked with rescuing. After your fights took place, Skeg ended up being brought out from the cells that he has been being kept in over the past week or so. And you guys...
We invited Skeg to join us.
You did afterwards.
Can somebody send me a picture of Zephyr's character? Do we have a picture?
I don't.
It might be in somewhere further up in the chat. I can't remember. So while all of this was going on, Vera, the owner of the of Ice Delights Bakery, ended up coming out from her office at the back of the bar. She recognized the group of you, and then showed her true were-rat form, and a fight ensued in the basement. Packed house, a lot of movement back and forth, and a couple of bites, a couple of scrapes. At least one person, I believe, fell and was brought back up. But in the end, Vera was defeated along with her band of ruffians, and the baker's dozen were defeated. You guys were able to successfully rescue Skeg. You took him back upstairs, where his mother approached all of you outside of the bakery And you did offer for Skeg to come work at the Troll Skull. Him and his mother had a bit of a tense conversation about it, and everybody kind of went their separate ways with the promise that Skeg would try to join all of you when his schooling had finished up in the winter, or at the end of the winter, so about a month from now. After that, the morning light had just started to crest over the roofs of the small houses and shops around you here in Scornubel. Still very, very early. Like, listening around, you're hearing a couple of birds maybe around town. But for the most part, like, the world is still asleep. So, what would you guys like to do?
Feeling mighty eepy after all we've been through.
Yeah, I'm definitely wore out from the battles.
Okay. So you're looking to head back to the Dusty Hoof, I believe?
I'll go back to the Dusty Hoof and get myself some shut-eye.
Okay. All right. So the six of you head back. Skeg heads in the opposite direction with his mom. But you guys go ahead and head back through town. Go ahead and who's leading the group?
Oh, pretty much walking.
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll lead.
All right, go ahead and make a history or a survival check to make sure you can remember where the place is.
History or survival. I got a 15.
15. You're pretty quick with it. So you lead the group through, even kind of like finding some shortcuts through alleyways. Like, you want to get to bed, and so you're able to really quickly navigate through the town and pop right back out in front of the Dusty Hoof.
Oh, thank the Lord. Can we leave? Please.
So you guys head back inside. It's very quiet. So you walk in. There's like a couple. There's two guys sitting at one table. They're both kind of just drinking some coffee. You can see, like, the eyes are heavy, right? Just like, ugh. At another table against the wall, there's just one guy just straight passed out, right? Head on the table. Like, you guys weren't there last night, and it was a rager. There's one elderly waitress who's, like, wiping down a table, and you can tell that she's been wiping a while. She throws the rag into, like, this bucket of water that's on the table, and as it, like, spouts out, you see, like, food remnants kind of come out of there, because there's just, like, all the stuff went on last night. But other than that, the innkeeper for the morning, she looks up above her table and sees you, and she's like, welcome back. You guys were out late last night, huh?
Yeah, we found a dance parlor.
Interesting. Well, I hope you found money for your room while you were there.
A lot of glaze.
That's good. That's not going to pay the bills.
I'm just gonna look over at, like, Ptolemy.
Ptolemy's going to be like very heavy eyes and, like, just, like, sunken shoulders, be like, what do you need?
Let's see. think we said for your room and for the
Stable.
boarding of the horse, how much?
It was like 20 gold or 20
Yeah.
copper, I think it was.
20 gold. Big room,
We can do it with copper.
20
board,
copper
yeah,
for sure. I
Yeah,
heard that too.
boarding and all that. So, said, yeah, you guys didn't come back. We did keep the room for you, assuming that you were going to be paying for us holding your stuff and your horse and everything. So,
Mhm.
we will definitely be needing payment before you head up there.
Okay. I'll take that out and slide it on across.
Great. She takes it. Thank you very much. Are you guys staying for another night, or should we be expecting you guys to be checking out later this afternoon?
Roland's gonna like sit there and like cross his fingers, hoping, hoping that everybody says leave. Just like looking at everybody.
I believe we'll be on our way.
I think
It really just depends on if we've had enough sleep.
Well, checkout is early afternoon, so you still have some time. She like looks out the window and sees the sky is dark, and it just has that little band coming over the roofs, and you're just starting to see a little bit of pink as the sky is lightening up. You guys made it back home quick. It is starting to the darkness above that is starting to lighten up a little bit, but it still hasn't gotten very bright. So you're still early.
It might be best to hold the room for one more. I mean, by the time we're done here, it's going to be evening, and I don't think we want to head out at evening time. Might be
Yeah, we should
best
stay
wait
another
until-
night.
until first light.
I'm just gonna kind of like zombie walk behind everybody as I saw Talmer throw gold on the counter for the lady. And I'm just gonna kind of walk back upstairs because I'm just so dead tired from the battle of the evening, kind of dragging myself upstairs.
Super fair.
You're dragging yourself
Yeah.
upstairs.
I'm dragging.
Um, I'll just slide more gold over and say just one more night.
Okay. Yes, that will
Do
be
you have a
fine.
discount on extended stays like this?
No. Not for the suite, sorry. You can try and do a persuasion check. Like she like thinks about it and she's like can see like
We've been good guests.
go ahead and roll. Roll a persuasion check for me.
Nat one.
Not for the suite.
not for this week at all, ever.
Ever. In fact, it's doubled.
As I like slide the gold across and start like walking towards the stairs, just mumble on my breath. That's so sweet. They should call them rooms bitters.
I heard that.
As you should.
All right. So, does everybody head up to the room? Does anybody stay downstairs?
Head up to the room.
I'm gonna head up to
Go
the
find
room.
bed and just
Go up
go
to
to
the
sleep.
room.
Perfect. As the six of you start to head up, you guys get through pretty quickly. There's nobody really in your way. So the dining hall is on the second story is empty. You see Zephyrin is like looking around and doesn't really see what he's looking for. And you guys head back up.
Is he looking for that shouty?
You know, it's just been work has been really busy lately, and you know, Just kind of want to relax sometimes. You know what I mean?
I understand, and I'm just gonna like walk to my walk to my bed.
My body is telling me no.
Just tuck the blanket around me, like deep under. Yep, I understand.
Does everyone go to sleep, or does anybody talk? Is there any role play for the end of the before anyone has to sleep, or are we just going to night night?
No, we're just going to sleep.
Perfect.
I'm hurt. I'm tired. Like I think I just like walk towards the bed, and like as soon as I get close enough to the bed, I just like fall forward onto the bed, and like my feet are still like on the floorish, and when just like you do like the little kid squirming to try and get my legs up onto the bed without actually moving. And just be like
I want that long rest expedited immediately, please.
Yes, please.
Sure. However, Harper, go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
As long as you don't call me Harper, I'm Juniper currently. Thank you very much.
Juniper, roll a d20.
Feeling my immersion.
That is a nat 1.
Okay, sorry. For all you Pokemon nerds, my daughter just pulled this out of a deck.
Let's fucking go!
Oh, yeah.
Dang!
Cut
There you
it,
go.
cut it, cut it.
You're welcome. Good pull.
Put it in a
Love you.
sleeve.
That's what she's got a whole bunch of them. Trust me.
Good.
That girl's probably got over 5,000 Pokemon cards.
Nice.
Jeez.
So you said nat 1, Harper?
Robbed.
I did say nat 1.
Cool. Roof falls.
Juniper.
Everybody
Juniper.
dies.
All right. We all.
What was that freak in the sheet?
Before I fall asleep, can I make sure
My
nobody's
Excel-
been in our room?
my Excel spreadsheet mug.
I love
Excel
it.
spreadsheets.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead and do a investigation check for me.
19.
Okay. You look around and everything looks pretty much the way you left it. The sheets have been made, and you can tell that there was a turn down service. So while you were gone, and especially the length of time, because you guys were gone overnight, it was checked on to see if anybody needed food or drink. But there was nobody there, so they made the room just in case, and you were good to go.
Okay.
So, everybody gets a long rest. With a natural 1, Roland, you do wake up with like an arm like over your chest.
Who is it?
You turn, you like roll over and you look, and it's just Zephyrin, just total fucking food glazed sugar coma. He is knocked the fuck out.
I'm gonna like roll over and just like gently push him to not wake him up until you see the edge of the bed, and just slowly push him off.
Just push him off. Go ahead and make a strength.
You're pushing
check.
him off of you or off of the bed?
Off
Go.
the bed. Make a strength check with advantage.
With advantage. 16.
Yeah, no, he rolled a 6. So you're kind of doing like the hug and roll maneuver, and yeah, it's just like yeah, and you just hear poof as he hits the floor. You just hear, what the fuck, man?
Quiver was in my back.
Oh yeah, we're doing long rests.
Yeah, long rest for everybody. You guys woke up fine.
Reset maximum
Oh.
HP changes during this event or during this rest.
No,
Nope.
make sure that it's unclicked. Otherwise, it brings your HP all the way back to level 1.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
The sunlight comes through your window, and you all realize that with a natural one as well, you have slept most of the day away. So you were very tired from this fight. When you wake up, the sun is getting like we're probably sitting about 4 or 5 p.m. You were in the evening.
I'm gonna wake up and see if anybody else is awake. If I'm not noticing anybody else awake, I'm gonna kind of make my way down for dinner. As you know, fighting all day and not eating when we got back and sleeping, and getting kind of hungry.
Yeah, no, your stomach is right now. Like you're hungry. Great, you head down. Anybody else wake up or start doing something, or are we just kind of...
I'm gonna check, make sure the armor's still under the bed.
Make an investigation check for me.
Investigation.
Someone better not have stolen the night. That's why I was seeing if anybody came in the room.
Ooh, it's a nat 1.
Let's get him out of the way.
Look as hard as you can under the bed, and you cannot find that armor. Like, someone took it.
Did Zephyrin take it?
You don't see it.
Juniper's still asleep.
And walk up to Vol'jin. I can't find the armor. Psst.
And I'm gonna kind of like hear him. I'm gonna kind of say, "Are you by this?" I'm guessing he's by the stairs coming down. I'm gonna go over by him and be like, "What's going on?"
He's still in the bedroom. I mean, did you leave and talk to Voldred?
Not yet.
I went to go find Vol'jin.
Okay, you were out and talked to Voldred.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
What's up, bud?
I can't find the armor.
Did you look underneath the right bed?
Did I look under?
Yeah, there's 2 beds in there. In the area you and I were sleeping in, where we hid the thing, we hid underneath the left bed. Were you checking the right bed or the left bed?
I don't know.
And I'm gonna kind of pull him back. I'm gonna go walk back with him to go back in the room and see if he's checking the right bed of where the armor was. Because that's
go back to
just
the same bed. Look up.
When you both go and look under that same bed, the pillow and the pile of blankets that you could have sworn were right there are, in fact, a full set of armor. You idiot.
How did you miss it underneath the bed that's still here?
I just woke up.
Were you dreaming of fluffy pillows and blankets or something? Or
No, I think subconsciously I was protecting myself from a quiver in the back last night, and
okay,
I got confused.
And I'm gonna kind of put my hand on her shoulder, be like, I think it's time we go get some food and get some energy in our body so we can think straight later on tonight, so we're not, out of our mind, not seeing things.
That's a hate crime. It's Pride Month.
Elena, I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay. $16.
Okay. You start to wake up as the day is, the daylight's really starting to get into your eyes here. Like the sun is now going through into the, oh, careful, can't do that on camera. The sun is going through your window and it's starting to shine in your eyes, much like this, right? You're like, you bitch. You wake up and your eyes just, you've got like, it feels like hay fever. You're just very red and puffy, and you just gonna rub them out and blink it away and feel better in a few minutes.
I need coffee immediately.
Are you feeling okay?
No. Must be allergies.
I don't think you've ever had allergies.
She might be allergic to her stuff.
Did you
Let's
get
just go get some
the
goddamn
rat lady?
coffee. I
to
don't
it
need
yet?
to.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Are you allergic to a good glazing?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Noted.
Got some in my eye, apparently. Let's go.
Good thing the bakery's closed.
Okay.
I'll be kind of fixing up the last of buffing out the defender.
Yeah. You take that time and kind of knock out some of the. Stop it. I'll pause that for a few minutes and see if it comes back. Oh. I'm dropping frames, so I don't know what that's about, but.
Pick them up.
For some reason, my signal is like crazy. No, there it goes. It's back up. It's fine. So, anyways, yeah, you go ahead. You buff out any of the scratches, some of the marks from any hits that it took. I think Defender kind of came out of that fight pretty okay. Falling down the hole in front of Zephyr, and it probably took a couple of dings, but yeah, he's back to normal and just kind of waiting for you. Everybody heads back on down.
Time for a meat platter. Some coffee.
Indeed.
All right. So the group heads back down. Zephyr heads down with you. Everybody post-y ban him. Everybody sits down, and the halfling waitress shows up and walks around to start taking your order. She is just, hey, welcome back. I wasn't sure you guys were coming back. What are we having?
Your finest meat platter, please. And a coffee.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can definitely take care of that. The coffee is a copper per cup, and then each plate is 2 gold.
I'm gonna pass over my copper.
All right.
Slide across my 2 copper and 2 gold.
What's everyone's passive perception?
13.
15, 1-5.
14,
11.
11.
Okay. Yeah, you guys see at the end of it, like, she makes sure to hit Zephyrin last. And he puts his order in, and they kind of chit chat for a moment, and she does like the whole like hand on the arm, like, you're so funny. And then goes ahead and takes off and goes to the kitchen to go get your guys' food.
Looks like Roland has competition.
Nope, all his, all of his.
Don't worry, buddy. There's enough to go around.
Yep. Nope. I'm fine. I appreciate the offer. Just like pat him on the shoulder. Thanks.
Couple minutes go by, and the waitress comes back out with a plate and throws down the food. Comes back out with the coffees. Boom, 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 boom. Will there be anything else?
No, I'm fine.
No, thank you. I'll be enjoying this food quite frequently. I might have to come back on a special trip just for this meat platter.
Well, we're one of the few establishments that has stuck around, so we'll be here. And she heads back into the kitchen, and you see her periodically throughout the bar, throughout the dining area, serving other customers. She checks in every once in a while just to see if anybody needs anything. So, anything you guys want to talk about?
So when do we leave?
I have nothing else to ponder around this town. I know we're trying to itch to get back to Waterdeep to, cash in our checks and get back and make some payments on our bills.
Yeah, we could head out. We slept a little bit later than we wanted to, but I want to stay another night.
Well, I suppose we should gather our belongings from our rooms and get our horse and wagon ready to go and load it up and make our way.
Group perception check for me.
Perception. 18.
15.
11.
17.
11.
Okay. DC's 10. So while you guys are up top, you do overhear one guy talking on the first floor, and you're just kind of able to pick up like bits and pieces from the crowd of people who are talking, but you do hear, yes, we're going to be doing we're going to be traveling upriver towards Baldur's Gate. If you are looking for faster passage than walking, we will be at the docks tomorrow morning, very early, 7 a.m., launch at 8. And there's a couple people that are around him. You see like one or two people that walk over to sign up. There's like a caravan group that's off to the side, and one of the people who's signed up with him walks back over to them. You can see him like, oh, okay. And like, they're already kind of starting to pack up from dinner, and you can kind of tell it looks like they might be taking that ferry later. So, just some options for you on how you're traveling. Anything additional you want to do before you head to bed tonight?
Do we take the boat?
Do you think our horse and wagon would fit on it?
Extra meat?
I think we see if anybody's willing to purchase it for.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we want to go to Baldur's Gate, or do we want to head back to Waterdeep? Are we hoping there'll be a transportation circle in Baldur's Gate?
I thought we were hoping to see a transportation circle in Baldur's Gate.
There has to be with a city that big.
How long do we think it would take by boat to Baldur's Gate versus going back to Waterdeep?
Is that a GM question or roleplay?
DM question.
So go ahead and roll a go ahead and do a survival check for me.
16.
Okay, 16 is pretty darn good. So if I'm looking at my map here, looking at the scale, right? That's 500 miles. You are probably about 300 miles. It would take you approximately about a week by boat to make it from Scornubel to Baldur's Gate. There are a couple of stops along the way. When you look at the map, the river Chianthar does have stops at El Terrell and Fort Morninglord. And then your other option is you could head northwest via the Tradeway, which is basically a very well tread path that the traders out of Scornubel that are heading towards Waterdeep, they use that a lot. It does kind of break down a bit with a 16, like that path does kind of become not as well tread, especially around Borsky Bridge up through Dragonspear Castle, but then the Tradeway does kick back up. So there's also a few different things that you can do as far as travel goes. You can take a boat via River Chianthar to Baldur's Gate. You can either look for a transportation circle, or Baldur's Gate is a port town, as is Waterdeep. So you could charter a boat from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep, or any number of things. So you have options for this part of the journey.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean, I'm down for a nice little boat ride to Baldur's Gate.
I'm down for Baldur's Gate.
I mean, it is closer than Waterdeep, and the transportation port will be so much faster to get back.
What town are we currently in?
Scornubel.
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 It's right next to the Reaching Woods.
Should we ask about the boat passage and maybe bringing our horse?
Leaving
Sounds
the
like a good plan.
horse.
I'll go down and talk to the guy I was talking about it.
Okay. So you head on down the stairs. He's starting to, you can see he's starting to pack up some of his stuff from his table. He's got a ledger. He's got a bag of travel goods and everything. Basically just like a big backpack. Has basically has like one of like those like 3-pointed hats. And just has like standard seafarer clothing, right? It's like green, kind of like a greenish leather pant with a white doublet, right? Real simple. Has a short sword on his side, and other than that is like pretty breezy.
I'll walk up and say, well met, friend. I couldn't help but overhear you have a boat going to Baldur's Gate.
He like stops for a second and looks over and goes, yeah, we do. The Morning Star. We're gonna be taking off, launching in the morning. I've got a few people who have already booked passage, but I'm sure we could always make room for a few more. Is it just you?
There would be 6 of us total. And then I'll point to the defender and this one. We have a horse too. I don't know how big the. Can we take our horse with us, a horse and cart, or is that something we should try to?
He goes, honestly, horse and cart. Generally, we don't bring a lot of them on, but I haven't had many caravans this time around that have said that they're bringing theirs. So I do have a little bit of room that is extra. But we could probably fit a horse in a cart if you were looking to keep that. Yeah.
Yeah, if we could bring them with us, I think that'd be great. What are we looking at for a cost?
Well, it's a 7-day journey with 2 day-long stops. We will stop off at. I said it and then I forgot him. We will stop at El Terrell and then Fort Morninglord. and after that, it's a straight shot to Baldur's Gate. So it is 10 gold ahead, and then for the horse and carriage, it'd be another 10 gold for the stabling and the feed.
Okay. We'll kind of wave everybody else, over. So do we? Is it pay up half now and half when we arrive, or how do you?
That's how we do it. Yeah.
Guess we'll kind of wave everybody, down to come in, and let me introduce you to I'm Polymer. Nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you as well. I'm Thomas.
Palmer, I see we got ourselves a boatman here that we might be able to get a ride to Baldur's Gate with.
Indeed.
Hi, my name's Valdred. Nice to meet you.
Voldred, nice to meet you as well. I'm Thomas. I'm the captain of the Morning Star.
Very delighted to meet you.
You as well. So that is Ptolemy, Voldred, and you said 6. So who are the other 4?
I'm gonna be right behind him. Roland.
Writes it down. Roland, pleasure to meet you.
Elena.
Elena, thank you.
She's gonna hold out her hand. Juniper, but please call me Junie.
Almost didn't see you. Pleasure is all mine, of course, Junie. And writes the name
And
down.
then, saying Zephyrin is, I think he's flirting with the barmaiden.
Make a perception
distracted
check
moment.
since you mentioned it.
23.
As you turn to look back, I hit my headset on the thing. As you turn to look back, to kind of like point him out, you do see Zephyrin and the halfling like hand in hand, like kind of disappear off to some place in the hotel.
I suppose their flirting is over, and they've moved on to other things.
Well, as it tends to be.
And tell me, on this week journey, what activities on board are there?
It's not like a grand riverboat experience, unfortunately. It is more for the caravans, but we do have quite a few kegs of ale and wine that we bring along. We will, of course, have we have the dining room open on the boat, and always some games of chance and cards are to be found.
Oh, I do love games. She's gonna wink at him. Hopefully you can give me a tour of the ship. Not now, obviously, but...
Shame. Roll a persuasion check for me.
$15.
Okay. Yeah, after we launch, why don't you come find me? I'll be the one steering the ship.
I love a man who can control such massive amounts of wood.
He is gonna need a saving throw for that one. Yeah, even that one kind of like throws him off for a second. Like you see like a blush to his cheeks. And he's like next to a name. Perfect. So again, we load at dawn, and we launch at 8.
Yep. I'll hand him my 5 gold.
Great. He goes ahead, and plops in, kind of checks
Everyone
off
else,
your name.
it's 5 now, 5 when we arrive.
You've got mine, right?
I mean, I could, do you want me to just, I'll cover you out of...
Yes,
Your
that'd be
phone,
fantastic.
Yeah, I would need some a little bit too. Excuse me.
Juniper's
As
gonna
we
hand
have
over
been
her
giving
5.
you the money.
It was 5, you said, right?
Yeah.
I'll hand over mine as well.
And then I'll also give the 10, 5 for Zephyrin, and the 5 for the horse and cart.
Okay. Perfect. As you finish up handing over stuff, he says, all right, great. Well, we have you on the list, on the ledger, and we will see you tomorrow morning. It has been an absolute pleasure. And he goes to hold out his hand, and as he does, it's like hit, and you see a shape, like it pushes past him and goes running for the front door, and you hear from in the bar, you hear a voice say, "Hey, that guy stole my purse." Or money purse, bag purse, what the fuck ever. Right. Took my money bag. Thomas kind of looks in and is like, oh, jeez, that guy got robbed. He goes, well, if there's nothing else that
Can
you
I
guys...
cast suggestion on the person that just ran by and tell them to stop?
What's the range on it?
30 feet.
Yeah. Go ahead. Do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a d20. Because...
18.
I'm going to take it back. Sorry. I'm taking it back only because it's going to technically count as a surprise round. He's in a dash. He would have hit you, or hit that person, and got past that 30 feet in a surprise round. So unfortunately, you go to try, but instead of using up the spell slot, you're like, fuck, he's gone too far already.
Okay. She's gonna holler out, "It was a quick one. He got by."
The guy at the bar's like, God damn it. It is always with this town. I am constantly getting robbed. He goes and sits back down, and one of his buddies slides a beer over, and he's like, that's Scornubel, man.
Lad, we're headed out. First light.
We'll be there.
Terrific. Thomas closes up the book. He throws his stuff into his bag, and he goes ahead and heads off out into the night. What did you guys do?
Well, I know the barmaid is busy, so I'm probably not going to get a nail anytime soon.
And she's probably in the room.
Oh, they best not be in our room.
Has anybody got any
Okay.
interest in the town for the evening, or are we trying to turn in and wake up early for our voyage on a boat tomorrow?
Juniper's gonna start playing music in the bar.
Okay.
She's gonna start some bardic shit.
Okay. All right. As you look over by the fireplace, you see that there is like a small stage that is set up. So it's not like huge, right? It's like a foot and a half up, but it does have a little stool on it. There's a couple of like lit torches around it, so you're getting good light and visibility there.
She's gonna pull out her viol and cast minor illusion to create like more ambiance, and she's gonna start performing.
Okay. All right, go ahead and make a performance check with advantage because you cast Minor Illusion.
You said performance with advantage?
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be 23.
Yeah, okay. So with a 23, you break into a little like tavern jig, and you immediately start seeing the crowd, the patrons there. Everyone kind of starts, bopping their head a little bit as they're going. What kind of music are you playing tonight?
It's gonna be like a kind of like an electric jazz type of thing. Sound almost like mix of lo-fi, but still like bop things to like move to.
Okay, all right.
Something that's like not quite common for the town.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone, like, you start to look around as you're playing, and everyone is immediately starting to relax, and they're starting to let some of the weight of travel fall off of them, and it's more than what they normally would get from just having some good food and having some ale. All eyes kind of shift over towards you. One of the waiters who's still around, just a youngish dwarven male, he comes over real quick and like looks at you and is like, all right, and throws down a bucket, and people start coming in, throwing a couple copper, a couple silver as you're playing. Go ahead and make another performance check for me.
18.
It's like as the night goes on, like people are getting more excited about it. They're happy to hear something that is just letting them forget, right? And you're starting to hear some cheering from the let me see here. There we go. Yeah, just starting to hear the tavern is very excited about what they're hearing. Bit more money starts falling into the hat. Go ahead and give me like one more performance check. Go ahead and do it with advantage since you've done successful in the first two.
Yeah, so with this one as well, she's gonna move from the stage and like incorporate dancing in between the tables as she's playing and moving on, and all of that as well.
Perfect.
$25.
Yeah. So just all over the place. Like it's all eyes on. So even for the party, like you guys are watching and you're seeing something that you really haven't seen from Juniper yet. Maybe Ptolemy has seen a little bit of in the past, but for the most part, like you guys haven't had an opportunity to really see this. Just definitely bouncing from table to table and dancing, and her the skirt flipping around, really trying to like catch the eye of everyone. At the end, everyone cheers very, very loudly. The place goes pretty wild with that. There was no bard that was on the schedule for tonight, and this was a pleasant treat for them. So it goes really well. At the end of this, you pick up the bucket. You have the equivalent of 5 gold in tips there. Additionally, the innkeeper comes over and she says, I'll be honest, that was a bit of a surprise, and well done. You helped out with the dinner rush quite a bit there. I feel like it would not be wouldn't be polite not to compensate you. So here's the cost of your room for the performance. And she's just going to hand over a bag with 20 gold in it.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to take one of the gold and give it to her for a tip.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And anytime you're back in Scornubel, if you need a place to play, feel free to consider the Dusty Hoof first.
And with that, she's gonna retire, kind of introspective, like to herself, thinking about just the nightmare she had about her mom and how like performing really makes her feel close to her mom.
Very cool. Anybody else? Any plans for the evening?
I would have stuck around and watched her perform.
Yeah. Perfect. So she performs, she starts to wrap up. It's getting late. About midnight.
Mind head.
I'm gonna head up to the room and get her sleep.
Okay.
Same.
All right.
Amazing.
So you guys head up to the room. You open it up. Zephyrn's not there.
Wait, the one who talked to me that gave me the money back, was that who we saw him going off with?
No.
That was
That-
the barmaid that he went off with.
Correct.
Are we gonna look for him, guys? Are we gonna let him?
You
I
should
don't
have
think
the
I wanna
dog
find him.
sniff him out.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think I'm going to leave him be with what he's doing and just go to bed and mind my own business on this one.
We'll knock in the morning.
Yes. Let's do that.
We needn't be rude and interrupt whatever board or card game they're playing, I'm sure.
Make a perception check for me. Like group perception check.
Nah.
15?
12?
20.
12.
Everyone except for Ptolemy. From somewhere down a hall, you just hear.
Well, I think we know where he is this evening. I think we can be fine just to leave him as is and knock on the door in the morning.
They're still clapping for you down there.
It was quite a performance.
Really?
Help me?
All right. You guys head to bed?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Aw, Diesel wants in your lap.
Everybody right now is very needy.
All right. The next morning comes, and much more relaxed. You guys are more prepared. You wake up early. The little bit of light starts to come through the window, and Ptolemy wakes up. Like, time to go.
So open the windows up. Come on, chop, 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 chop. Let's go. Don't want to miss the boat.
You can get another hour, maybe.
Nope. We'll go over and just pull. I want to try to pull the coverage right off the top of Elena.
I'm gonna very obviously consider murder, but not attempt.
Come on, let's go.
Juniper's already lacing up her boots. I hear you.
We have places to go and people to see. And then I'll on my way out the door, I'll just kind of do the open-handed slap on the door really loud, just to, in case anybody else wasn't awake yet, as I go to get Zephyrin.
Okay. So you step out of the suite, Ptolemy, and the hallway that you're in has 3 doors on each side. Any
Any idea which one might be the barmaidens?
Um,
Do they have room numbers on them, or what?
Yeah, I mean, you see numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4.
I would assume the barmaidens wouldn't have a number on it because they wouldn't rent it.
Make a survival check.
16.
You remember. Actually, no. You rolled a natural 1. Sorry, even with a 16, you aren't sure. You didn't know there was a sound last night. Everyone kind of talked about it, but you didn't hear it. Instead, you see that a couple of the rooms have like do not disturb signs hanging from them. One of the rooms has what looks to be a
separate stock hanging from it.
You see like a blue cloth bow hanging from a door handle.
I'll go to that one.
Okay.
And just straight in, like, just pound the fist on the door and say, Zephyr, we gotta go.
You
fully confident. It's gotta be the right one.
You say that and you hear like fuck. Hold on.
Nope, no holding. Let's go.
And the door opens, and like hit like Zephyr's in front of you. His pants are on, but they're unbuckled. Like no shirt. Hair is just a mess. Fucking sun. And it's like, what, man?
You owe me 5 gold, and we got a boat to get on. Let's go.
We're
going to Baldur's Gate. Come on, chop. Boat's waiting.
Baldur's Gate, not Waterdeep?
Yeah, roundabout.
It's
we'll
just...
go to Waterdeep via Baldur's Gate.
Okay. He looks back. He's like, listen, man, I still got some things to do here. I can catch up to you guys.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
So I'm gonna I want to guide him out and just wave, I'm not stick my head in, just wave my hand in and say, he says thank you, goodbye, he'll see you soon.
I need a
try to pull him out.
I need a contested strength check from you.
That's not gonna go well. Nine.
He rolled a 10. He stops himself. He's like, Tolliver, man, I need this, bro. I need this. I just need you to be chill, okay?
The boat's not waiting for you.
I will catch up. Let me guess. It's the Morning Star.
Yeah. I don't trust that you're going to make it there, so why don't you just give me the 10 gold now, and then I'll pay you back the 5 gold when you
immediately in your hand. 10 gold.
All
right, look. They make the Morning Star makes 2 stops along the way.
Mm-hmm.
I can catch up. I'll be there. I will see you.
That is your choice.
I'll be there, man. I'll be there. It's gonna be I'll probably see you at Fort Morning Lord.
Okay.
All right, I appreciate you, bud. And Knuckles. Door.
I'm not gonna. But before that, I'm just gonna wave my hand in again and say, "All right, he's staying. Bye."
And you just hear a giggle of glee, and the day is yours.
So I'll walk back to our room, and as I'm walking out of the room, I don't even look to see if people are up yet. I bang on the door again, let's go. Zephyr is staying, but he also be paying, and I'll hold up the gold that he gave me. He's like, so I guess he's gonna catch up with us later. I don't know.
Before you get your second smack in, Juniper's gonna swing the door open wide, be like, No tale is worth losing travel time for. Let's go.
From down the hall, you hear, "If you say so." All right.
Can we hear them clapping with excitement?
Maybe. All right. You guys taking off?
Yes.
Let's head to the boat.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Before we leave, I'm gonna make sure we grab our armor gear that we have
Horse
hidden
armor,
underneath the
yep.
bed. We don't want to leave that, and then get our horse and wagon ready for the day
Terrific.
to get to the boat.
Okay. As you start like loading up all of your gear and everything, getting the horse taken care of, put the harness back on, everything. You go to throw one last bag of feed in, and you hear, "Ow!"
What was that?
Well, let's check out what that was.
Gonna kind of move the bag of feed from the wagon that we just threw it on.
You move the bag, and there's a tarp that's like laid over on. You guys have like a couple bales of hay in the back. There's a kind of a lumpy tarp that's alongside part of the hay bale, and you've just pulled the bag off of that tarp.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the tarp as well.
You pull back the tarp, and Skeg is looking at you. Hey, man.
How's it going, Skeg? What do you hide from? What you doing here, bud?
And he like looks over. He's like, "Hey, you haven't seen my mom, have you?"
Not yet. It's a little early in the morning. Is your mom up at this time of the day?
Yeah, sometimes she's like a morning bird thing. Look, I don't want to finish school. I just want to go to Waterdeep with you guys.
Well, we're making a slight sidetrack to go to Baldur's Gate before Waterdeep. I mean, that's your choice. If you don't want to school, we've already told you're more than welcome to come along with us.
Yeah, I just don't know like if the job's really going to be there in a month, and so like I thought I would just skip out of town. I was planning
the
on
job
doing it
will-
anyways.
Yeah, the job will always be there for you, whether it be a month or two, whether you get there. I mean, school's important to come do, but that's, again, your choice. I can't make that choice for you.
I mean, I'm here, aren't I?
All right, well,
Perfect. Let's
I'm
go.
going to kind of look over my shoulder and be like, guys, we got a additional person to come along with us that we need to pay to ride the boat.
Do you have 10 gold?
He is like, I left as quickly as I could. I really only had the time to grab the clothes off my back, but if my mom had seen me getting any money or anything, she would have freaked. I'm already going to be cut off as it is, so I kind of like need an advance on my first paycheck. If you want, which way are you guys taking to get back to Waterdeep?
We're going
We're,
to Baldur's Gate right now.
Yeah, we're going to get on the North Star, and we're going to, go by boat, and we're going to spend the next week traveling to Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
We're hoping we'll find a teleportation circle there to head up north. Or if not, we can sail from there.
Well,
Jennifer's going to take 15 gold out of her pouch and hand it over to Skag.
he's like, wow, thank you. He goes, well, teleportation circles, they're not big enough to take the cart and the horse. What if you guys are needing to get back to town faster, what if I take the cart and the horse for you up the tradeway, and you guys take the boat, and then I'll just meet you in Waterdeep, and then that way you get your stuff back, and I can kind of see the countryside for once without my mom nagging me.
Works for me.
If you're willing to do that, I guess with that 15 gold, consider yourself hired.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Ptolemy. Actually, I don't know. Have you guys given your names to him yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think whenever we first met him, yeah.
Okay, all right. He goes, thanks, Ptolemy. That's awesome. All right. The Troll Skull in the North Ward. I'll be there. It might be a couple days after you guys get back, depending on how fast your travel is, but at least I can make sure that your stuff gets back.
Ptolemy, give him a few of our cards. That way he can, as he makes the journey through the tradeway, he can pass along the information about the troll skull.
I'll kind of begrudgingly part with like 5.
Awesome. He takes him. He's like, okay, cool. He goes, yeah, I can pass these out. Don't worry. And then he
Like one per group. You can just show it to some people and they'll know. You don't have to give them all away.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, boss. Whatever you say. He reaches back behind the hay bale and pulls out the great axe that he stole from the Ice Delights Bakery, and he's like, don't worry, no one's taking this cart. I got it.
Stay safe and Godspeed.
Thanks. You too. Have fun on the boat. I can't do water. It freaks me out, but you guys have fun.
I'm going to kind of look over at Roland and be like, do we want to leave the armor with the wagon just so we don't have to carry it around? Kind of gets away from the town from us and we don't have it on our hands if we get caught. Kind of quietly.
Escape. Are you familiar with armor?
Yeah. I mean, I've sometimes I gotta wear like hot gloves for when I'm baking.
You said you can fight, correct?
I mean, I think you saw me do it. I cut a guy in half.
Okay,
do you specialize in armor? Well, I don't want him to wear it yet. He's got to get out of town. We don't want him to, be seen with the armor on here.
That's true.
What if he dies? Are you guys willing to lose all that armor?
I mean, are we willing to lose our horse and carriage and everything on
I don't
it?
give a fuck about the horse.
Yeah, that was fairly cheap.
Yeah.
I think we should learn to whisper better.
I'm gonna die?
No, you're gonna try. You're gonna try.
You're so good at chopping people in half. You'll be fine.
I know, that's what I said, but then the creepy lady said I'm gonna die.
She's
what we call a pessimist.
So, Roland and I here have...
Give him your armor.
You know what? Roland and I here have some special armor, but you can't put it on until once you're out of town, okay?
Okay, yeah. What kind? Like...
It's
leather armor.
Yeah, I can wear leather armor.
Okay.
A lot of like the aprons are like leather. And so are the gloves.
Yes, it's just like that. But instead of fire, it protects you from getting hit as hard by things.
I mean, that sounds great. I got kind of tired of getting punched.
Yes.
Yeah, this will help soften the blows on you.
Terrific. It definitely doesn't do that, by the way. But
I know.
It is not bludgeoning resistant. It is force resistant, and those are two different things.
That's right. That's right, force. I didn't know.
But now he thinks. So, okay, yeah. So don't put this on until I'm out of town. Why?
Yeah.
It was stolen.
Okay, I'm not going to put it on until I'm out of town.
All right, then we'll leave it on the back of the wagon for you. Once you're out of town, you can go ahead and put it on to help protect yourself.
Okay.
And okay.
Terrific. Thanks. This is a great day, guys.
Yes. Remember, don't die.
Number 1.
Do yourself a favor. Halfway through your trip, write your mom a letter and post it to her and let her know that you're
don't do
fine.
that. She'll know where you're at. She'll find you.
I'm going to punch Roland. I'm attacking.
I need dual persuasion checks. I need Juniper and Roland to persuade, and then we'll go with the attack.
10.
23.
I'm not going to do that, but thanks anyways. And then you swing.
Yes.
So roll the hit. I think you got probably your unarmed strike there.
6.
Whiff.
Like as she does that, can I like do like a high five with her hands?
Yes.
Great
Exactly.
job.
You go to punch. And just, yeah.
Teamwork.
So Skag, like, visibly excited, he goes ahead and he finishes strapping up the horse and getting everything ready and hops into the cart. He's like, okay, guys, I will see you in Waterdeep, and I'm excited. We're gonna have a good future, guys.
You should
Yes, we
really
will.
consider letting your mother know something. She's very powerful and bitch and influential.
You couldn't have spoken up to help me convince him before fucking.
Okay, guys, see you later. Yeah.
I tried.
He'll be fine. He's young.
She's
He's
gonna
resilient.
end up at our fucking tavern, guys. We're never
And
going to
she
get rid
can
of her.
spend money.
She seems like a headache. Maybe we can give her one of the orphans.
We give her all the orphans.
Don't give my children away. That's crazy.
You've left them for a long time.
Yeah, when's the
Probably
last time
think
you
they
spoke to
own the
them?
troll skull right now.
You just deserted
Yeah.
them like their last mother.
Free labor. All right.
Wow.
Oh, don't.
Wow. All right.
There's nothing in the city code about not using child laborers.
Thank you, Ptolemy. Wonderful.
That's
That's
true.
fair.
It's very true.
But we're going to risk our lives for armor and just give it away.
Wait.
It was technically free.
He's
Where
a
did you risk your
coworker.
life?
If somebody hadn't tried to stop me, it would have been much easier.
We did have a foolproof plan to start off with. Without, we just had that connection.
Mm.
I see two fools that were part of that plan.
An amazing plan that is.
Where's the boat?
Aren't we on
Choose
the
them.
boat?
No, you're still at the Dusty Hoof.
Jesus.
the boat.
Yeah, we're up by we were at the stables because we were getting it ready, and that's where we found Skag.
I
And now he
thought
just
Scott
left us
was
in.
hiding on the boat. Okay.
No, he was
That makes
hiding in the
sense.
wagon.
It's hiding in our wagon outside the Dusty Hoof.
All right.
All right.
Let's head down to the docks.
Okay. So, the 5 of you start leaving the Dusty Hoof. You start walking through town. As you're walking through the streets and the markets, it's quickly getting busy again. A lot of trade going on. It's the beginning of the week, I believe, and so just kind of the hustle and bustle gets started early in Scornubel. People of all sorts elbow past you as you start to wade through the crowded market pavilion. The sound of merchants hawking their wares has already started. You've got the music of a half dozen buskers, like an untold number of people that are already chattering amongst each other. Really turns into a disorienting sea of noise. Okay.
Jennifer wants to find a mark in the crowd.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me. Or investigation, whichever you prefer.
15.
15?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a busy market. So there is quite a few different people that are walking around that are really starting to get focused on some of the items. This morning, you notice that there is actually a pretty big crowd around a small, like a bakery stand. And there's a lot of people that are looking really disgruntled. And they're saying, I don't get it. Normally, the stall is open on time every single day. And I have never known Vera to be late. But I need my cinnamon rolls.
I'm gonna target one of the people in that crowd for their coin purse.
Okay. You happen to find a pretty decent mark. He's looking visibly upset, but he is like looking around at where he is used to seeing a certain somebody come by with their baked goods. If you want to go ahead and try and lift something off of him, go and make a sleight of hand check for me.
14.
Okay. Okay. You get up close. You're kind of pushing through the crowd a little bit so that you can get a little bit more unnoticeable, and you just kind of reach up and just pull open a little bag, and a little coin bag and rifle, and just pull stuff out. You manage to get pretty solid juniper. You surprisingly, for such a small hand, you are very nimble. And you lift out 6 gold, 6 silver, 5 copper.
6, 6, and 5.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna make her way to back through to the edge and find somebody on the edge and kind of like start a rumor about rat feces in the baked goods.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage. I'm sorry,
with
a
advantage?
deception check with advantage.
Deception. No, sorry, 22.
Damn. Okay. You as you're walking by, it's almost like one of those like, oh, I heard this rat feces, and they kind of like scamper off, and you're just like, oh, did you hear about how all this stuff is in the food there? It's not good. And then you like keep going over, and you like deepen your voice, and you're like, I heard there's wargs in the basement, and people start to very quickly look around and try to figure out where that's coming from, and they clear out. They're like, oh god, is that why she's not here? Did she die? Like, did her food kill her? I'm not eating that. I am gone. And yeah, the little mobile Ice Delights stand clears out fast.
And she's just gonna keep skipping her merry way towards the boat.
All right. Roland and Ptolemy. You guys, as you're following behind Juniper, you both get kind of like bumped in the crowd. And with your passive perceptions, as the two of you are bumped, you both turn around and look at who bumped into you. And you notice that for a brief moment, you are looking at your own faces. And then with a flick, the individuals turn, both of them kind of like a little shit-eating grin, and they start to push and disappear through the crowd.
Do we notice this happen?
Roll for perception.
That's a nat one.
Nope. You were happily
I was too busy
skipping and
starting
talking
rumors.
shit. Yeah.
So they had our faces and they didn't, or they.
You looked, and it was like looking in a mirror, and then
Yeah, but like they turned away, or their face changed to a different
they
face.
turned.
Yeah, that's
away.
what I.
Okay. As you saw it, right, as you kind of watched it, it kind of looked like it like blended for a second as it then as your eyes got acclimated to the scene, like you realize like, oh, I'm looking at myself.
I would follow after them.
Yeah, I would chase after him as well.
Okay. So the two of you take off into the crowd. Do you say anything on your way, or are you just running?
I'm just chasing after him. See if I can catch him.
I'll kind of like turn towards Juniper and say, I gotta, and then just go after them. I don't want to like yell after them to like let them know I'm behind them, but so I got it, and then just go after them.
Okay. So you turn and you take off into the crowd. Both of you, I'm going to need an athletics check.
Athletics. Net 20 plus 1.
Okay. Okay. 12 was the DC. So the two of you start pushing through the crowd. It's busy, so you're kind of getting jostled, but you manage to keep an eye on the cloaks in front of you that are running through the crowd. You almost get tripped up a couple of times, but with your athletics, each time like somebody gets in your way, it's just one of those quick like jump to the side and just keep on running. Give me a dexterity check.
Dexterity
Just
check.
straight dex.
Yeah.
22.
8.
Okay. Ptolemy, as you go running across a street, a carriage pulls in front of you. Roland, you manage to get around. Actually, Roland with a 22. As you're running, the horses come, by, and you baseball slide between the legs of two horses. Basically, just come up, sliding up onto your feet on the other side of the horses, completely missing the hooves the whole way. Ptolemy, as you're running, the horses go past you, and you look at them and just kind of don't realize that they're pulling a wagon, and you poof, smash into the wagon for a second, like fuck, and bounce off and go back. Now you are watching, you're seeing Roland in front of you. You are about to lose the cloaks. You guys continue through the streets real quick. My other three, are you heading to the boat, or are you following?
Following.
Following.
Owen.
Okay, so you guys heard Ptolemy. You were also making a run. We're going to say for the three of you, because you're behind and because there was hesitation in all three of you, I am going to need investigation checks from everybody to even see if you can tell where they went.
14.
Nat 20 plus 1.
Okay.
16.
Okay. So you three turn and you see them take off, and you're like, fuck, I guess we follow them, and take off. You start running as well. And you see in front of you these guys, like the issues that they're running into, the crowd that's in front of them. You see the wagon, so you can kind of make your way through. You're not quite as fast, but you are at least keeping pace. Ptolemy and Roland, I need a check from you here, and I want you to call the check and tell me what you're doing for it. And you cannot use acrobatics or dexterity.
What's the situation, like, just to like track them down?
Yeah.
Or
set the
okay.
scene here. What are you doing? Do they disappear? Does somebody take a breath? Do they happen to jump over? Do they get blocked? You tell me.
In front of them?
Yeah. Set the scene for me.
Oh. Let's see.
As they're running down these alleyways, I mean, I kind of figured like they're probably not straight alleyways. These villages are kind of built haphazardly, right? So it's kind of like twists and turns and whatnot.
Right.
I want to use my perception to kind of like look at the rooftops and stuff like that as we're going along, and see if I can see like an alleyway that might be kind of either parallel, maybe a little bit faster, to be able to cut in front of them and catch up to them.
Great. Yeah, roll a perception check.
11.
Okay. As you're going through, you're seeing a lot of these alleyways. Unfortunately, a lot of them are just like blocked. There's a lot of crates and barrels in the way, and you could see stuff that like looks perfect. Like I could tell like that's gonna turn, but I can't get through it. So you got to keep looking at the cloaks ahead of you, Roland.
So it is a check for us to do and not to have them counter with. Okay.
Right.
I guess that's what I was okay. I'm gonna do a nature check.
Okay. All right.
Because or animal handling. Because if I see a like dog or like a horse or some animal that is able to disrupt their movement,
Okay.
I want to be able to cast Speak with Animals to attempt to get them to intervene.
Okay. All right. I love it. Go ahead and roll animal handling for me. DC is 15.
All right. 7. Son of a
Okay.
bitch.
As they're running through, one of these guys grabs some fruit off of like a stall and literally throws it ahead of him, like just baseball whips it and smacks the back of a horse. And that horse with the 7 actually like rears up like and starts pushing a cart down the street towards you and Ptolemy with that 7. So I need both of you guys to make a dexterity saving throw. I need my other 3. I need an athletics check from all 3 of you.
15.
21.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics for the 3 of you. You are just straight running. Can you keep your breath?
Dirty 20.
Okay, love it.
17.
Love it.
Me too.
Yeah, you.
8.
Okay, don't love it as much. The Juniper and Voldred, you guys are cooking, right? Like you slept well, you're doing okay. Elena, as you're running, you're feeling your lungs start to tighten up a little bit, and as you're going, it almost feels like your nostrils are shrinking a little bit, and it feels like you're starting to pull that air in like through a straw, and it's kind of as you're running. You manage to keep up, but you're breathing hard. Ptolemy and Roland, what were your rolls? I think I saw pretty high ones.
I got a 21.
15.
Terrific. Yeah. So both those, that horse like barrels down the street at you. Both of you guys, Ptolemy, you managed to catch up to Roland, and you both split the horse and run around it and the cart as it goes through. My group of 3, you guys see the horse and the carriage or the cart coming towards you, and it veers off to the side and splits down into another road as it's happening. With that, the 2 individuals that you're running after, as you split the horse and go around, you look up and you don't see either of them. I need a perception check with disadvantage from both of you.
7. Wait. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah.
9.
Okay. With a 9, you don't see anything, but you could swear that you see like just a little bit of cloth disappear around a corner. My group of 3, I need one more athletics check.
19.
16.
11.
Okay. Elena starts to catch a bit more of her second wind. Juniper and Voldred are fucking cooking her, right? Like, you guys are flying. She starts to manage to get back up. The group gets much closer together. So, Ptolemy and Roland, what do we do?
Following the cloth.
Okay. The two of you run and make a turn towards where you could swear you saw that cloth kind of speed around the corner. The other three join up with you. And as you turn, you see two individuals in front of you. And they both turn back. You are looking at yourselves, Roland and Ptolemy.
What are you doing with our face?
They look at each other. It's my face now, friend.
I can see what I'm close enough with them, right?
The three of you turn the corner, having just seen Roland and Ptolemy make that same turn. And when you turn into the alleyway, you see two Rolands and two Ptolemers.
Clothing matches and everything.
Yes.
What about the K9
There is
defender?
There is one defender right now.
Whose side is he at?
He is next to the closer Ptolemy.
So I'm gonna immediately stand with defender next to that Ptolemy and look at the other two.
And while I noticed her standing there, I'm going to go ahead and point my finger at the Ptolemy across from where she's standing, and I'm going to cast True Strike, which is I get the brief insight into the target's defenses on just get to see their defenses.
Okay. Let's see here.
And I gain advantage on my first attack roll against the target if there is one.
Okay.
Can I use?
Real quick? You said you get defenses, vulnerable. What do you get with True Strike?
It says your magic grants you a brief insight to the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what defenses is here. Hold on a second. I just heard my door get knocked. Okay, sorry. Jess sent my daughter in to say goodnight for Jess. Okay, so yeah, I'm not entirely sure exactly.
What his defense are?
Yeah,
Okay.
what that's exactly saying, but I will say that the one that you point at, you can tell is immune to being charmed.
Okay.
So the second one, who the first one was Roland, the second one looks over at Ptolemy in the group and he goes, yeah, can you bring my dog back to me, please? I don't know why he's standing with you. And
Juniper's going to cast Minor Illusion on the other Ptolemy across the way. Just be like, just so we're aware, that is the one that we don't trust.
Okay, and so what does this Minor Illusion look like?
I can create a sound or an image of an object within range. I was just essentially going to, I guess, kind of use it like fairy fire almost, and just kind of like mark them with a light.
Okay, all right. So basically, you see this this line of like ethereal lighting kind of goes around, almost like a a necklace around the taller one. It has a dull glow to it, but very clearly you could tell who's who. Tollimer looks down, he tries to like wipe it off and looks over at the first one and goes, "Well, Groucho, I just don't think that they're falling for it." And goes,
You don't have a love for taxes, so
the other one goes, "Chiku, do we look like the kind of guys who pay taxes?" I mean,
You're about to be taxed.
feel like I kind of look like an asshole if I'm being honest. Well, at least it's not your face. That being said, why don't you guys go ahead and lay down your weapons and hand over any gold or rubies or jewels that you might have and just make this easier on yourself.
there's 6 of us and 2 of you.
I'm gonna take a quiver out and knock it into my crossbow and aim it at them.
Only 2, my dear. You turn around, and Voldred is standing behind you, and Juniper, you're standing behind you.
Oh, well,
And
that
as
look doesn't fit you.
And as I turn around, I'm
That
gonna
was
just light
me.
both my hands on
As
fire.
it's Voldred.
Oh.
But thanks so much for the voice. I do appreciate it. This will be a fun one. So again, the first one, Roland says, "I would probably lay down your weapons. Or we can
I'm gonna
have
release
fun.
My arrow.
It's early."
That like midway
yeah.
through him saying that, I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Cool. We are
I'm gonna
going
release my
to
arrow at the same time.
take a break.
Roll initiative. Aw.
And when we come back from our break at 8:10, 10:10, 11:10, wherever you are, we will go ahead and roll initiative.
Those does meant to be a surprise.
Just let you know, DM, remember I have no time limit tonight, so we do not have to end unless it's up to anybody else. I have no time
I
frame.
do have work in the morning.
Okay, so then they got to go off based off
All
that.
right.
Okay.
We will be back soon.
Cast the PP. Double team.
Luke.
Hi.
Hi, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
It's growing.
Okay, just waiting on 2. Look at the little tiny beer. It's not very ultra of it.
That's very small.
Nice little tiny beer.
It's just a runner now.
It's just, anybody want a peanut?
Looks pretty
It's
average.
actually a normal sized beer.
Someone say
I
it's
didn't realize
huge.
until now.
It's actually way too big of a beer.
Our DM is actually just giant.
That's so true. Yeah. That's got to be at least like a 12-inch can.
Tall boy right there.
Buy those at the baseball park for $20 a can.
Highway robbery, I say.
Dude, I can't fucking bring myself to do it anymore. $20 for a can of beer. I won't do it. I refuse. I'm too cheap.
Same.
Take an edible.
I just don't drink.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have the map open. Got everybody approximately where they should be based off of what we said. All right. So, I know that we had said, hey, let's go ahead and, we're going to loose an arrow. We punch someone in the face. Obviously, everyone, it's a very tense situation. Everyone is ready for the attack. So, with those announcements of the intent to attack, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh, 19.
Nice.
9.
Fucking nat 20 plus 4. Suck it.
All right. Nice.
Well,
I'm gonna waste a fucking nat 20.
Nat.
You said 12.
Wait a minute.
Talmer?
Why don't I have a doppelganger? Feel left out.
Okay. And Juniper?
Hmm.
You don't have one.
19.
Ooh, rollies. Elena and Juniper, go ahead and or I'm sorry.
I'm
What are your
pretty sure she
dexterity
has the higher
modifiers?
dex.
15 plus 2.
Your dex modifier is what?
+2.
Plus 2.
Minus +2. Roll 20.
Rollies. Both of you guys rolled 20.
14.
7.
All right. Juniper comes out on top. So that is, we're going to say 19 for her. And let me just check these guys. Okay, so we're going to bounce Juniper to 20 and Alina to 19. There we go. Okay. And then Mastiff shares Tolomer's initiative. So, cool. That then brings us to the top of the round. Unsurprisingly, Roland is at the top.
Wait, our Roland or fake Roland?
Our Roland.
Just me. I'm gonna, as I said before, punch the guy in the face.
All right, go ahead and roll to attack. Also, Juniper, I believe your temporary hit points should have fallen off during your long rests.
Got it.
Is a 20 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
6.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna punch him in the face again.
Great.
Never mind. I'm going to not punch him in the face again.
The first one, you punch yourself square in the face. The second one, you go to swing, and your own hand comes up and poof, catches you. And he just shoves you off. Why? What are you hitting yourself for? Come on, man. All right. Any movement or bonus action?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my key point and punch him in the face again.
Okay. Go for it.
18 plus 6, 24.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's another 6 to the mouth.
Boom. Your lip splits in front of you. Blood starts to run down it. All right.
That'll be it for me.
Okay. Juniper, you're up.
Going to cast Shatter. It creates a 10-foot radius. I'm going to create it on the other side of the two, I guess, Juniper and Voltrude, like over by them.
$10-foot radius.
Yes.
Damn. Nice. So, like, right here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Those are saving throws, right?
Yes.
Okay, what are the saves?
Constitution saves.
Okay. All right. Arpo is going to roll a 12.
Fails.
Okay. And Zephos rolls natural 19.
Okay. Saves. So they take half damage.
The first one didn't, right?
The first one takes full damage.
Okay.
And then the one that saved takes half damage.
All right.
The damage is 18.
Right. Nicely done. Good hit. So this ball of what almost looks like a mirage appears in the front of the alleyway, kind of, and spreads out to both of them. And as it touches both, that mirage kind of shatters outward. Both of them kind of take the hit. Arpo on the left in front of Voldred, seeming to definitely take it a bit harder. Zephos kind of like shrugs it off. Basically, you're looking at yourself, kind of like, okay.
Bonus action, I'm going to Mantle of Inspiration.
Okay.
Give us all 5 temporary hit points, and then we can immediately use a reaction to move up to our speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay. So everybody take your temporary hit points, and then does anybody want to move?
I
I'll stay where I'm
do
at.
want to move back over, like not around the corner, but just kind of at the corner and closer to the Mastiff.
Okay.
Take your temporary HP, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move back just to here. I'm gonna get attacked either way, so it don't matter. I would like to say this is the first time I moved in a fight in the last 3 sessions, because last session I did not move the whole time from where I stood. Not 1 inch. I did not move. I just killed everybody from staying in one section.
That's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. All right.
I'm gonna call you the tyrant from now on.
Yep.
Anything additional for you, Juniper?
Nope, that's my turn.
Okay. Elena, we come to your turn.
Okay. When we got the opportunity to move up, I'm gonna go ahead and put my bow and arrow back and take out my longsword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna swing.
Okay. Go ahead and swing away at Chiku here.
Yes.
Okay.
10.
That unfortunately does not hit. So you go to swing, and he kind of jumps up onto the stairs next to him, and you slash down and hit into the stairs. Any bonus action for you?
I'm gonna go ahead and activate Crimson Right then on my longsword.
Okay. Does that you're not enhancing that, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and you take that swing, you bring it right back up, you slash across your arm, and the blood kind of infuses into the sword. All right. Anything additional? Any movement for you?
No, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. That brings us to Arpo's turn with Chiku on deck. All right. Arpo moves up in between. Actually, you know what? So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're going to let's see here. Yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah, that's what he's doing. Okay. So Arpo moves up into the middle of this group here. This is the one who looks like Voldred. As he walks up, he says, he goes, "Oh man, I haven't been a Dragonborn in a long, long time." And he is... Okay, it's the first round of combat. Yep. So he makes the first of his 2 slam attacks. He is going to make that at his doppelganger, Voldred. That first one is... it's a 24 to hit.
Yup.
Okay. That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As he slams down into you, Voldred, you notice that his hands, your hands, kind of grow and become like bulbous and club-shaped. And as it smashes into you, feel the impact. He then, after hitting you, will spin and turn and smashes down at the steel defender behind him. That is going to be... 23 to hit. Ptolemy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's 9 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Calculated.
Okay. All right. Voldred, Ptolemy, Defender, Juniper. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
10.
5.
Elena, you got it too.
Yeah, you're right. Elena, sorry. You also have it as well.
What was the roll again? I'm sorry.
Wisdom
Wisdom
saving
saving.
throw.
Wisdom saving. Okay.
It's a 17 for the defender.
Okay.
It's a 7.
Okay. Voldred and Defender, you both save. Juniper, Ptolemy, Elena.
One second, I gotta close my windows. The thunderstorm's coming through.
Okay. What is that like?
Nice. It's nice. You should try it out sometime.
Yeah. The three of you have the frightened condition, and will have to repeat the save at the end of each of your turns. With frightened, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within the line of sight. And you cannot approach, cannot willingly move closer to the source of fear. So we're going to go ahead and put, yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do that. Okay. All right. That then will be his turn. That brings us to Chiku. Chiku is gonna move over just a little bit here. Chiku moves over and says, "Grachu, are we doing this in the middle of an alleyway?" And Grachu goes, "Hey, they're the ones who didn't put the weapons down. This one already punched himself in the face. We finished what we started." All right. Elena is going to take 2 slam attacks at you. That is an 18 to hit.
It just hits.
Okay. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit.
Okay.
Second slam comes through, so the first one, boom. Second one, boom, comes through. 22 to hit.
Hits.
You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus, relax.
Roland, I need a wisdom saving throw. Elena, I need a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Okay. Both of you succeed your throws against Chiku.
God.
All right. Ptolemy, you're up with Mastiff on your turn.
Indeed. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. 20 Q, so should I get these 2 in it?
Okay. Is there a save on that, or is it automatic?
There's a deck saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. All right. Let's see here. For both of them. Is that Grachu and Chiku? Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Great. Grachu. Oh, I fell. 14.
Damn.
And Chiku, 12.
All right, so it's a DC 14.
Okay.
So Chiku is now highlighted, or outlined in this kind of twinkling light, and they'll attack rolls against him will have advantage.
Okay. All right. Does that cube stay there?
Well, it's just when the spell is cast, so everything in that area is kind of covered in it, except for Gratchu.
Okay. All right.
If something else walks into the area, it doesn't happen. It's kind of like fairy dust. Like,
Okay. So I can get rid of it then.
yeah,
Okay. Perfect.
yeah. It's not like if you enter the area, you have.
Perfect. Okay.
Just imagine all of that stuff in the area is covered in.
Okay. So that's your action.
Violet light.
Bonus action.
Yep. I'm gonna have the Mastiff attack
Okay.
with the Force Empowered Rend.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit. And who's he attacking? Arpo?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember what we were doing.
Should be there in his stat block.
Straight to 20? I thought there was something. Oh, your spell attack modifier to hit. For ET. That's 10.
All right. 10 is going to miss.
Okay.
Okay. So Mastiff goes to take a bite. But he's a little confused at seeing two Voldrets, and he's not really sure he wants to bite his friend. So it's like, it's basically like the typewriter, like tick, 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 right? He's not sure. That then brings us to Gratchu. Gratchu kind of wipes that blood off of his lip and says, "All right, little punchy. Let's see how you like it." And it's going to go ahead and take 2 slams at you, Roland. First one is going to be a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. Second one. It's going to be a 21 to hit.
Nah.
Gotta be at least 35.
Right. That is going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Easy.
poor thing. Scared the life out of me. Oh my god.
He looks so comfy though.
I know. Look at him.
Roland, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Nat 20 again. 23.
Okay. All right. Nicely done.
Fucking suck it.
All right.
Gargle or whatever the fuck your name is.
Gratchu. All right. And Zephos decides that he is going to join the fray as well. So Juniper, you turn and look. You currently, like, as you look at Arpo in front of you, the face of Voldred starts to like shift in your mind, and it starts to contort and twist and become like this fun house mirror of a face. At one point, you could swear that the jaw kind of like at you, and you look away just in time to see Zephos run up and take a swing at you. Takes 2 swings. So we're gonna have, it's a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the defender is going to use its reaction to deflect attack and impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay, so he's gonna roll again. Doppelgangers have advantage on the first roll of combat, so he's not gonna have disadvantage. He's going to roll at a straight roll. Advantage v advantage. To 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So we get rid of the critical. Nice reaction. Very nice reaction, Ptolemy. That was...
Max.
It was max. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
You just saved her from
Top left.
28 points of damage. Juniper and Mastiff, wisdom saving throws.
Hang on. $14.
5.
Both fail.
Okay.
So Juniper, you are now caught in between two frightened states, and Mastiff is now officially frightened as well. Okay. That brings us to the bottom of the order, Voldred.
As I'm seeing this all going on, I'm going to kind of just grab my quarterstaff off my back and just kind of have it at my side of my hand. But during this, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at Zephos.
Okay.
And
Go and roll the hit.
yeah, I got to... Okay. 21.
Yeah, it's definitely going to hit. Go and roll damage.
All right, this is going to be my big spell casting where it's going to be 2d8 plus a 1d6. I believe. Hold on, let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, 2d8 plus 1d6 damage, and if my 2d8s match, I can jump the spell to another person.
Okay, let's see it.
It's actually going to be 11, and I'm going to take that for... we're going to do fire damage,
Okay.
and then we got to add a 1d6. So 15 total points of fire damage
Okay.
to Zephos.
To Zephos. All right, 15 points.
Mhm.
As he finishes smashing into Juniper, this chaos ball strikes him across the back, kind of throwing him forward. That one, definitely looks like it did some damage there. Any bonus action for you?
If I move, am I in the attack of opportunity by Arful?
If you
Like,
move,
I'm about like 8-9 feet away from him.
you are within melee range. Yeah, I know there's a space
So
in
yes,
between
he
there,
gets
but
an
yes,
attack of
you will get an
opportunity.
attack of opportunity.
You know what? I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna move. Even
Okay.
with the attack opportunity. Oops. I'm gonna move back to right here.
Okay. He swings backwards with a hand. They no longer have advantage on their hits. So, 2 rolls
No.
like a 6 to hit. So, all right.
Is whatever is making us afraid of Zephos a concentration?
What's that, bud? You're breaking up.
I said, is whatever's keeping us afraid of Zephyr or the Mastiff and Juniper afraid of Zephos? Is that like a spell that would be a concentration spell or not?
No, that is just a class feature. You will repeat the save at the end of each of the
Oh, you did say that before. That's right.
doppelgangers' turns. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The target has the frightened condition repeats the save at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. So each of your turns, for those of you who are frightened, you will do the save at the end of your throw. I'm sorry. You'll do the throw at the end.
At the end of our turn.
Yeah. All right. Voldred goes to move. He gets swung at, and it misses. Anything additional for you?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Roland, we're back to you. Juniper
Is
on
anybody
deck.
looking particularly hurt out of our group? Okay.
You.
Me. Okay.
I'm gonna, pull out Old Faithful, and punch him in the face.
Okay. Roll the hit.
That's a nat 20 plus 6.
That'll do it. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
I will literally buy your D&D to be on at this point.
That's 10
Okay.
damage.
Against Groucho,
and
right?
then- Groucho, yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do it once more for 22.
That'll hit.
I got $5.
For 6. And then Fury of Blows again, because I really hate this guy, because he's got my face. 11.
Yeah.
Fucking face thieves.
You're and you're like pushing him away, and the last hit misses.
Damn. I'll take it.
Okay. Anything additional? Any movement for you?
No, that's it.
All right, Juniper, you're up. Elena, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Zephos to make a wisdom save, please.
Okay. That is a 12.
They failed. So
What did they fail?
So essentially what's going to happen is they're going to take 14 psychic damage.
Okay.
I cast Dissonant Whispers as a
Okay.
level 2. They took 14 damage, and they now have to move as far away as they can away from me.
Real quick question here.
It's not fear. It's not a suggestion or anything. If that's your question.
It was a spell, correct?
Yes.
You are frightened. You have to roll at a disadvantage. So
I don't roll it. You roll a save against it.
Okay. It is interesting. It's interesting. We'll go ahead and just roll with it. That is an interesting lack of information there. Okay, so he has to
None
move.
of my spells require me to like actually have to hit something. All of my spells were chosen for wisdom saves or hit automatically. What was your question? I'm so sorry.
You said he has to run away.
Yes, and when they do, it gives me a chance for attack of opportunity, I believe.
That is very interesting. Okay. You can do an attack of opportunity. That is an attack. That is a disadvantage.
Nine.
Okay. He goes to run. You go to swing, but as you do, you kind of like you avert your eyes the very last second because it's just everything is just too much, and you miss. So you swing at air. But the dissonant whispers, you do watch as he's running. He is clutching his head, and like you can hear just like this like scream coming from him as he tries to get away from it.
Gotcha. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to telekinetically shove Arco 5 feet.
Okay.
No, wait, hang on. Bonus action. Move 5 feet. They can do a strength savings throw.
Okay. $14.
Yeah, they passed it.
Okay. So he watches as your gaze turns towards him and kind of leans forward as you push your hand out to shove, and he withstands the hit.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, Elena, you were up.
Oh, you got to do your saving throw, right? At the end of your turn.
Oh yeah, I got to do my savings throw.
Yes.
Wisdom. That is a nat 1.
Yeah, the fear holds you tight.
3.
Big scary.
So scary.
All right, Elena, you're up.
Okay.
Now, do I need to do it for both Arpo and Zephyros, or just one for both?
You would need to do one for both. So you were first frightened by Arpo, so we'll say that you failed that one. The second one is Zephos.
11.
That you just fail.
Okay.
But you're starting to feel yourself like get stronger against the effect.
Mm-hmm.
Elena.
Okay. So if I step up here, does that take me out of that fear range?
You're still
No, that's
frightened
his
because you're in line of
attack
sight.
range.
That's the radiuses that you guys see. Those are the fear radius. So anyone who
Okay.
is within that, upon each of these, it's actually what I'm going to do. I had it up there because it was nice to be able to kind of keep an eye on it. I am going to hide these for a moment because they are going to need to recharge. Put this to the side. Put this to the side. Put this to the side, and put that to the side. All right, but while frightened, you are, if you're within the line of sight, you are still not able to move closer, or any attacks on them are made at disadvantage.
Okay. So I'm gonna still focus on Shiku
Okay.
and take another swing.
Okay. With the fairy fire, you get advantage.
Oh, I do?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So I got a 8
Yeah.
and a 7. Never mind. I don't know how to swing a sword.
Didn't we say that you were going to use physical dice from now on?
Let me live.
I'm trying.
So-
You're not helping yourself.
We're trying. It's just not going good.
Mm-mm. Out of just pure frustration at this point, I'm gonna go into hybrid transformation.
Okay. I was going to ask
And-
that because I realized your AC was still pretty high. Okay, so your bonus action at the end of this did... yeah, okay, so you had advantage. So, okay, this is your bonus action, so you go ahead and pop into that hybrid form. What does that look like?
Same thing. You're just gonna do the were tiger.
Okay. Cool. So you make the slashes, and in a rage, you just basically just like almost like pulling off a shirt one-handed. Just reach down, you grab in your stomach, you watch as her fingers pull in and tear open. Then she just rips off the top half of her body, and exposing this were tiger who just roars in the middle of the alleyway.
Juniper's going to clap. I love this part.
And
Getting feisty.
I think that was just my bonus. This is my action, bonus action. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Let me check something here just super duper quickly. Okay. Alrighty. With that, that's going to bring us into Arpo, who is still next to Mastiff, Juniper, and Tolomer. Gratchu takes a free action here and says, a little help over here would be nice, boys. Arpo turns, and let me check something here. He is going to run towards Roland. If I remember correctly, Mastiff already used his reaction earlier, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, let me see here. He was right there. think it's only fair that if Voldred got attacked, that Tollimer and Juniper can both take a attack of opportunity if they would like. It will be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Go for it.
$16.
18.
Both of those do hit.
Fuck yeah.
Go ahead and roll damage.
3.
9.
Okay, 12 points of damage. A slash across the back, an arrow into the back. He just keeps running, and 2 slam attacks at Roland. First one. That is going to be... Yeah, okay. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Second one. That's going to be an 11.
Nope.
Okay. First hit. Only hit. 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Guys are dicks.
That brings us to Chiku.
Ooh, question for you.
Yeah.
Going back to that, I used my reaction when Zephos attacked, right? So that was last round of combat. So would the Mastiff still have a reaction for this round?
You hadn't come back to your turn yet. We're in round 2.
Still, yeah,
turn
still
5.
in the yeah.
But it's a reaction
Yeah, he used his
That happens during
reaction
in
to...
round 1.
Right, and Tollimer is...
You haven't completed
you
round
haven't-
2
you
yet
haven't
with
come up
them
yet.
for
But
round
I'm
2.
saying it's not a turn. It's not a thing that you on your turn. The reaction is on somebody else's turn. So I use my reaction in the first round.
You can't
to
can't
black.
use your reaction every single time that another player comes up.
No.
So
once per
Defender
round.
can't... Right,
Once
and
per round.
Defender has used his turn. Has used his reaction.
Okay.
Because it was a Zephos hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
He attacked at Juniper. You used the reaction to stop, to change out the nat 20, and we have not
Sure,
come have not come back to you in Defender yet to recharge the reaction.
Okay.
All right. Chiku is going to take 2 hits at Roland. That is an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And that's a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. First swing comes down. Boom. Second one misses. That is 9 points of... Wait. No. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Okay.
A little tired right now.
Let me check something here. Nope. Okay. All right. Now we are back to Tollimer and Mastiff.
I still can't go for Arpo, right? With Tollimer.
I
I can't like move towards him.
can't move towards him, correct. You can make a ranged attack. Disadvantage.
So I literally actually can't move towards any of them because moving towards any of them would also be towards Arpo.
You can
I
move
will,
north and
I
south.
will allow north and south here.
Okay.
Because that is
I'll
technically
come
getting
around
away from them.
and Go over to Chiku,
Okay.
and attack him with my hand axe.
Okay. Great. You have advantage for the fairy fire. Go ahead and roll to hit.
12, 5. So it's a 12.
Okay. 12 does miss.
And I will bonus action 2 weapon fighting.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
goodness. 18.
Okay. 18 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's going to be 3 damage.
Okay. You go to swipe.
Am I
First one
crazy or
misses.
did that say 6 damage?
He doesn't
It
get
did.
his modifier.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, for 2-weapon fighting, you don't get the modifier on it. You just have to mentally remember to detect it each time.
Right. I don't know why D&D Beyond doesn't have that, but
Yeah. And then have the Mastiff move up 2.
okay.
Just to be in position.
Okay.
And I got to do my saving throws.
Yes. Wisdom saving throw.
It's an 8.
Okay. You're barely holding on here. You come around, you try to the reason you miss is because as you're swinging, it's like you're trying not to look at Arpo down there. And it's throwing off your range of motion.
And the Mastiff is still very much scared of Zephos.
Okay. All right. So that's your action, bonus action, movement, and defender moves, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Brings us to Grachu, who is going to stand his ground and take 2 swings at Roland. With Arpo being in flanking position, he is going to get advantage on the hits.
I'm such a nice guy. He gets disadvantage, right?
Yeah, sure. It's a 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Sorry, 25 to hit.
Yep.
Second one is 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Yep.
Okay. That's 9 points of bludgeoning damage on the first hit.
Mhm.
The second hit is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
All right. Stands his ground. This one goes to Zephos. Zephos,
I'm down, by the way.
okay.
Mm.
Does Zephos, does he does he do a save every time, Juniper, or is Dissonant Whispers a one-time thing and then he kind of shrugs it off on his turn?
That's a one-time thing.
Okay. In that case, he took a major hit to the back from a Chaos Bolt, and he is going to very angrily go after the person who sent it his way. So Voldred, he is going to make 2 attacks at you. The first one is going to be a 16 to hit.
No.
And a 13 to hit.
No.
Okay. You are the strongest sorcerer I've ever seen. It's very weird.
The claws that I got helped big time.
Yeah.
It added to my armor class.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, it is your turn with Roland on deck.
All right. With Zephos getting nice and close to me, I'm going to. I can use I know I can't do obviously a range spell on him, but that's up to 30 feet. Does that work? Like if I cast a Witch's Bolt at him? It's it's up to a range of 30 feet, like up to 30
yeah,
feet. Or is that too close?
it can still hit. You're just so close that is it
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah. It's a 2 hit,
Okay, so
right?
actually, yeah. So while I'm holding my staff, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to swing my quarterstaff at him.
Okay, yeah, roll to hit.
For 11.
Right into the wall of the house that you're next to.
Can I use my heroic inspiration to re-roll my dice?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Nat 20 plus 4 for 24.
Let's go. Yeah, roll damage.
damage for 16 for crit.
Okay. 16, you pop him in the head. His head goes into the wall instead of the staff going into the wall, and he crumples to the ground.
And that's it for me. I can't move into a bonus action.
Okay. As he hits and falls to the ground unconscious, he's the Voldred face starts to fade, and everything begins to look basically like warm clay as it kind of starts to like.
Question:
drip
wasn't
down a
that
little
Juniper?
bit.
Yes, it was.
Okay, then Juniper starts to get very melty as he slides to the ground.
Okay.
All right.
So he's knocked unconscious, but not dead. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. No, I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Well, actually, no. You can kill him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Then, while I see him fall to the ground, I'm just gonna go ahead and just take my quarterstaff and just with the bottom of it, and just shove it right through the top of his skull and just take him out.
Just out like a pumpkin, right? The brains just spread across the ground. Just gone.
And then I'm gonna kind of like glare over at the other three and kind of just give him a death glare while I have this quarterstaff in their friend's head.
We didn't like him anyways.
Well, you're next.
All right.
I didn't wear my face well anyway.
Roland, you're up.
It's all right. 14. It's a save.
At the end of your turn.
No, death saving throw.
Oh,
Death saving throws. He's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm down.
He's down on the ground. Curled up.
He went down and yelled timber.
Okay. When they hit you, they specifically hit you at a non-lethal to put you unconscious.
Oh. I don't know how that works.
You go
Is it an
sleepies.
unconscious?
So I don't do saves?
Correct.
So you're at 1 HP unconscious.
Okay. I'm just gonna check off success and add 1.
And then you gotta put a condition. I believe there's unconscious. Yeah, there's an unconscious for your conditions.
Oh, condition.
Mm-hmm. And that's at the very bottom.
Unconscious. Okay.
Juniper, you're up.
Yeah, can I get Arco to do a wisdom savings throw for me?
Yeah. That is a 19.
He does pass it. So he only takes half damage and he doesn't have to move.
Okay.
The full amount of damage was 13.
Okay. So he's going to
And he
run.
only takes half of that.
Yep. So 6 points damage. Feels it in the back of his head. Kind of as Roland takes his hits. All right. Bonus action. Movement.
Yeah, we're gonna do Mantle of Inspiration,
Okay.
5 temporary hit points, and everybody can use their reaction to move without attack of opportunities.
Nice.
So I'm up now, right? Oh, okay.
Her wisdom
Uh,
saving throw was a 10.
5 temporary hit points. Let me see here.
It's like whenever a drunk person kind of wakes up a little bit and like is able to move a couple steps and then they fall back down.
You should just be able to roll to like the gutter of the house. Unconscious.
Temporary hit points are like a buffer to hit points that cannot bring somebody back from unconscious or to life. They are not healing. All right. I had half and half there. Juniper, you said something and I missed it and I apologize.
My wisdom saving throw was a 10.
Okay. That is still going to fail, unfortunately. You still have Arpo that you got to... No. You saved against Arpo, right?
No,
Okay.
I saved against Juniper.
Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Then we move on to Elena.
Okay. I'm gonna do predatory strike on Chiku.
Okay. Roll to attack.
He's a predator.
20, 30, 20.
That is going to hit. Going to roll
Hell
damage.
yeah.
That has fairy fire on it, so actually I need you to roll at advantage to see if you get a crit.
Okay. So
Just roll it again.
roll to hit again.
Roll to
Okay.
hit again. Yeah.
14.
Okay. No. So we roll with the same one you had, which was 5
Yeah.
damage. Okay.
Wait.
We're just gonna give her like a handicap of like a 17 for a crit.
You slash across. Bonus
Fucking
action.
rude. Okay. I'm gonna strike again.
Okay.
Is that advantage again?
Yes.
Hell yeah. 21.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is it advantage for damage as well?
No. No.
Okay.
Silly.
Or
4 points damage. Slash, slash. Ah! All right. Any movement for you?
yeah, I'm gonna move. Can I move closer to Arpo, or am I not allowed to near him now?
I can't remember who saved on what. Was he the one that put the frightened condition on you?
I want to say yes.
Okay. Then
Not
no, you
sure.
can't move closer to him.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. All right. But speaking of Arpo, it is their turn. So they are... It's the smart move. Runs around to attack Elena and get flanking. So, first slam attack comes in. That is going to be an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Second slam is a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. First hit does 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am resistant to bludgeoning.
Okay, so you're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second hit, 10 points of bludgeoning damage. So resistant,
So
you go to 5.
5. Ugh, okay.
Okay. Chiku is going to do the same.
You're taking from your temporary hit points, right? Elena?
If you type it in and just hit damage, it automatically takes away your ones first.
Okay.
Elena,
No.
the first one was a natural 20.
Oh, did you do it
Hits.
manually?
How many temporary
Oh,
do we have?
wait.
I gave you 10 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Can my Mastiff use his reaction?
Yeah,
Okay. Can I impose disadvantage on that one?
he has advantage, so we can do another straight roll. All right. That is going to be 16.
16 bludgeoning.
No. 16 to
hit.
hit on the
Okay,
first
hit.
one.
Oh, it misses.
Okay. So that misses. The second one that I had already rolled that would still have advantage on it, that one was a 21 to hit.
It hits.
10 points of bludgeoning damage reduced down to 5.
Okay.
Blow Puppy did his best. Wish I could.
Tollimer, you're up.
I am going to attack Chico again with my hand axe.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Touch. Shit balls. 16.
16 will hit. Yes.
6 damage.
Okay. Boom. Slashes across. Bonus action.
I am going to use my bonus action to have the Mastiff force empowerment. So, is it D20?
Can he do that after having just used his reaction? Because normally the bonus action is the attack. Otherwise, he just stands there and looks pretty. I'm going to allow it this time, but that's something we got to look into.
Reaction, yeah. It's a separate reaction on the card for the deflect attacks.
Okay.
Separate from actions.
Okay.
And then the way it's worded is I have to use my bonus action to give it a command.
You use your bonus action for the rend. A reaction is separate for him. Okay, cool. That works. Go ahead and make your bite with advantage.
Advantage. That's actually a 15 to hit.
A 15 hits.
All right.
Gonna roll damage.
That was.
I think it's advantage because of fairy fire, right?
I did roll it with that, so 1d8 plus 2.
Okay.
Three points of damage. The ever-changing skin doesn't feel like it doesn't seem like it gives way too much from it, but at one point he's like, no, bad doggy. All right.
Oh, he's not a bad doggy. He's a good boy.
All right. That then brings us to Grachu. Yeah, all right. He is going to run around. He's gonna take it wide. No, you know what? He can go right around. That's exactly what he can do. Goes around. He is going to make an attack at you, Tollimer, because you've been slashing at his boy.
Rude.
Flanking. It's a natural 20 on the first one.
Nah, misses.
I hate you.
Oh fuck! He just rolled another nat 20.
It's too dark.
Too dark. Can't see it.
I know it.
Doesn't
I know
count.
it. But you gotta see it.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
It looks like a 2 to me. I don't know about you.
That's half of it.
Looks like fucking loaded dice.
This is bullshit. Goddamn dog! Why didn't you deflect attacks on me? I'm gonna cast shield. It just
You can't not a nat 20.
and, just and then also cry. No,
I like the idea. The first hit is 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, well we're well on our way.
Okay. Second hit. It's 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Just hit and hit.
Thank goodness for temporary HP, or I would not be upright. Okay.
Voldred, you're up.
Well, after seeing the onslaught of them taking on my fellow compadres, I'm gonna kind of like look over at Juniper. She's behind me. I'm gonna hand her my quarterstaff, and I'm going to cast second level of Scorching Ray, which is going to be 3 separate attacks, so 1 for each of them that they have to thing. The first one doesn't matter. We'll go Grechu, Chiku, and then Arpo. So first one's going to be 17.
Grachu, Chiku, Arpo.
Yep, so straight down the line.
Okay. 17 for the first one.
Yep, and then
Hits.
25 for the second.
Hits.
Was that with advantage?
And then a nat 20 for 26 on the last.
Okay, let's go.
So I'm going to have to do my nat 20 first because it changed my dice for damage for the automatic nat 20. So that's going to be on Arpo.
Okay.
Which is going to be 11 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then... Actually... That changes my dice for all the hits, actually, it says. It's just changed. I'm going to have to go away from it, I think. Let me see here.
Or just roll it again.
Yeah, and then just take it.
We're just going to
Hold
have...
on, let me just... hold on. I got to get rid of that nat 20. There we go. Okay, it switched.
Okay.
Okay, so then for...
Arpo's not looking good. Your next one is Grachu.
Yep. And that's going to be 7 points of fire damage.
Okay. Right over Ptolemer's head. Chiku.
And then is going to take 7 points of fire damage as well.
Okay. 3 direct hits, just all across the battlefield. Nice. Any bonus action for you?
Yeah, I'm going to move up here. Oh, that's not a bonus action, but I'm going to move to him and let me go on my inventory, see if I have anything for him. Can I give him a potion of healing, like give it to him for Roland? For my bonus,
feed it to him?
Yeah, like feed it to him, like actually like pour it into him, like while he's down and unconscious.
No. No.
No.
He is out, so doing that is going to take an action.
Okay.
Splash him with water. He's just asleep.
Yeah, can I kind of like, pinch him a little bit, see if I can get him to wake up?
You can try.
All right, I'm going to go reach down and I'm going to pinch his tight little behind on his back, and then he's, laying face down on the ground. So I'm going to pinch his ass cheeks, try to wake him up.
Check for me.
Okay. 4.
No.
Okay,
Snoring.
that's it. That's it for me now.
Okay. All right. Juniper, you're up.
Can I get Rachu to do a wisdom savings throw, please?
Yeah. $17.
Okay, that's fine. Fuck. That sucks. Bonus action, gonna do Mantle of Inspiration again, give everybody 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And we can move without incurring attack of opportunities.
Okay. So this is...
Did you give us all temporary hit points again?
This is my fault for not bringing this up earlier, because I didn't think about it. Temporary hit points don't stack. Just so we know. So if you have 5 temporary hit points, and then she does another mantle, and you still had those 5 temporary hit points, you don't have 10 temporary hit points. If you have 2 temporary hit points and she does the mantle, you go to 5. It will replace what you currently have.
Got it.
So Juniper,
Well,
knowing that,
myself by
do you
5.
want to pull that back, or do you want to still do it?
No, I'm gonna still do it because it's really nice that people can fucking move.
Yes. Yeah, that's actually like fucking clutch in this situation.
Well, if we can move, I'm going to kind of step back again.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hand you your fucking quarterstaff back, by the way.
Okay, as you run away, yeah, I'll take it back.
Okay. So
That's
it was
it. That's my turn.
action bonus action movement. Great. All right.
I was trying to get Garachu with Tasha's hideous laughter and get him prone, but
Gotcha. It's a good attempt. Elena, you're up. Are you under half of your total hit points?
oh
Yes.
wait, I gotta do my wisdom saving, Sarah. Sorry.
Yes.
10.
It's just
I'm
not
still
happening.
terrified.
Yep. Elena, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
10.
Okay. As you start your turn, you start to feel this bloodlust starting to take over, and you look around, and for a moment, everyone around you, Chiku, Tolomer, even Mastiff, and Arpo, all of them suddenly look like doppelgangers to you. And as you go to decide who to strike, you stop for a second and you force it down. When you open your eyes back up, everybody looks the way they should.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna quickly gather myself and again strike Chiku predatory.
Okay, roll the hit.
16.
With advantage.
Oh,
With
Yep.
advantage.
Yep. Try to
16?
get that crit. 16 hits.
4.
Okay. Slash across the chest. Blood goes flying.
Same thing again.
Okay.
23.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah. You have advantage on that one if you want to try to go for the crit.
I did, and I didn't get it.
Okay.
And then 4 again.
Okay. Slash. All right. Anything additional for you? Any movement?
No.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Arpo. He is going to make the smart attack here. He's going to go for Elena. Okay, it's going to be a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced down to 4. $22 to hit.
Hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced down to 4.
Okay.
Okay. Chiku is up and is going to take a couple swings at Tolomer. Miss. Dirty 20. Tolomer, you take 14 points of damage.
going down.
Okay.
We're yelling timber.
So not down, just asleep, right?
As you get hit, you fall unconscious.
I'm no longer afraid.
True.
He's no longer afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid anymore. Grachu is up. Because I don't believe Massive takes turns when you're unconscious, correct?
I can't do anything besides dodge.
Okay.
Without me giving a command.
Okay.
So I can still take reactions, but I can't attack.
Okay. All right. Grachu is going to run up on Elena.
Oh no.
Okay, it's a 12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. It's a 24 to hit.
Hits.
10 points of damage reduced down to 5. Voldred, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to, kind of see, Talmer drop to his knees. And I'm just going to be even more pissed off, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray again.
Okay.
One for each of them. And we'll just do Chiku, Grachu, and then Arpo last.
Okay.
First one's going to be an 8.
That will miss.
Next one for Grachu is going to be 21.
That will hit.
He will take 7 fire damage.
Okay.
And then Arpo is a nat 1, so clearly going to miss.
Okay. So you're getting tired, right? Poof, poof, poof. 2 of them go wide, strike the buildings around you. The second one, push right into Grachu's chest. You see the flame come up. You watch as the skin of who he has been impersonating burns and becomes more of that putty and clay. Any bonus action for you?
Nope, I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. All right. Juniper, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna levy my crossbow at no, hang on. I'm gonna try Tasha's Hideous Laughter one more time on Garachu.
Okay. Talmer is Fairy Fire
Wisdom.
a concentration spell?
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw for Grachu. Fail.
Fantastic. He perceives everything as funny and falls prone.
Okay. You see him start to... Did you see that they killed the one we don't like? And just falls over, laughing and clutching at his stomach. All right. Any bonus action for you?
I'm going to telekinetically. Let me figure out how far away I am.
You're within 30 feet of Arpa. You are 35 feet from Chiku and Grachu.
Yeah, technically you just can't get close to Arpo. All right, I'm gonna telekinetically shove Chiku.
Okay.
Strength
strength saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
It fell out of my hand. I'm going to do it. 14.
He passes.
Okay. Takes it. Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. That was Juniper. That brings us to Elena. Elena, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
My wisdom saving throw is an 18.
You are no longer frightened.
Arpo could suck dick.
That's a 1.
Okay. I need you to roll a d20. Actually, you know what? Roll a percentile dice for me. 1 to 33, you go to Chiku. 34 to 66, you go to Grachu, and above that is Arpo.
So D100?
Yeah.
91.
Okay. So the pain is tearing through you, and you just lash out instinctively, and you swing for Arpo. So I need you to make a attack roll.
Okay, can I do the hybrid form, like choose which attack, or is it just regular? Is it an unarmed strike?
It would be, I will say it is, you use the attack action against that creature, so you choose what your attack action is.
Okay, yeah, it'll be a predatory strike.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, let's
Plus
go.
4, 24.
All right. Roll damage.
Oh, they gave me an advantage to hit too. Sick. That'll be 7 damage.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Yes.
Um,
This is Voltrude's face.
so I'm going to dig both claws into the side of its neck and just bite it from like the top of the head and decapitate it.
Okay, yeah. Those claws come around, just and you see Voldred's head just rip off and go flying into the alleyway.
Oh man, I wanted to do that for a while.
Okay. The other predatory strike is your extra attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is also underneath the bloodlust condition. So if more than one creature is equally near to you, roll randomly to determine your target. So I need you to do that
Again?
D100 again.
Okay.
0 to 50 is Chiku. 51 to 100 is Grachu.
Got you.
Roll on Grachu. You have an advantage to hit because it is a melee attack and he is prone.
Hell yeah. Okay. So predatory strike again at advantage. 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4.
Okay. Slashing him on the ground. He's kind of moving and rolling. If he gets hit, does that do anything for Tasha's hideous laughter?
So the target has advantage on savings throw if it's triggered by damage. So if it's a success, then the spell ends.
Okay. So he gets to roll again against Tasha's?
Yeah.
Okay. And that was a wisdom?
Yes.
A 1 and a 2.
He does not save.
Nope. All right. Elena, anything additional for you?
Do I have a bonus action or was that?
That was your bonus action. That's your 2
bonus
actions.
action? Okay.
Yep.
No, that's it.
Okay. That brings us to Chiku, who, having now seen a second one of his friends get hit, is going to look over at Grachu. Okay. And is going to swing at you again, Elena.
Okay.
That is a 12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
That is 11 points of damage. Bludgeoning. That's going to get reduced down to 5.
I am down.
Son of a bitch.
You fall unconscious. The hit across the head is not enough to kill you.
Juniper, they're not looking good over here. We're gonna need to step our game up.
So set more things on fire.
Say less.
All right, that brings us to Garachu's turn. He has another saving throw.
Yeah.
It's a natural 19.
He passes.
Okay. So he shakes off the whispers. He stands up and looks at Chiku and says, "Well, can always live to fight another day, and fight is another face." And Chiku's like, "I was thinking the exact same thing." Garachu is going to take the dash action. His movement is halved because he got up from prone, so he doesn't get his 60
Right.
feet, but he is going to take 30 feet. He is going to start running this direction. That will bring us to
Me.
you are still standing, yes, so it does bring us to you.
And technically, he's like with his 30 feet. Like, can I still see him around that corner yet, or no?
No,
Like-
he disappears down into an alleyway. You don't have line of sight on him right now.
Okay. I am then. Screw it. Being pissed off and seeing Garchu get away, I'm hitting Chico with another Scorching Ray with all 3 hits.
Okay, all right, go ahead and roll to attack.
First one is going to be a 22.
That hits.
Second one is going to be 18.
That'll hit.
Third one is going to be a 20.
So all 3 hit. Roll damage.
Okay. 7, and 4, so 16 points of fire damage.
Okay.
18.
18. I can't add today, I guess.
Gets hit 3 times in the chest, looking frantic, not looking good. Barely on his legs right now. Any bonus action for you?
Yeah, I'm going to cast out my sorcerer points to regain spell level for my level 2.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
All right. Juniper, that brings us to you.
Can I get a 10-foot radius between Grouchu and Chiku again? I want to see if I can
You
hit
can't-
them.
You can't see Grouch anymore. He's gone. Like, he's not even in the alley anymore, he said. Otherwise, I was going to run up here and cast at both of them, but he said he was gone. I wouldn't be able to see him.
Okay. DM, can I please get a 10-foot radius between Grouchu and Chiku, please?
Yeah.
So it would hit Grouchu but not Chiku? Or what am I looking at here?
I mean, it depends
Would
on
they
what
both
you
fall
want.
into it?
They're basically right at about 20 feet from each other. So I will say DM's choice, you can hit 1.
All right, I'm gonna aim it more so over this way then, hoping to catch him on his way out. And I'm gonna cast a Shatter again. He needs to do a Constitution savings throw.
Okay. That is going to be a 15. Wait, Constitution?
Yeah,
16.
so he does pass it. However, he takes half damage.
Okay.
Half of 16.
So 8 points of damage.
Mhm.
You see that mirage, and you watch as like parts of the wall of the buildings that he disappeared into. You watch as they kind of like blast out. A lot of the tiles start falling off of the roof. You don't hear anything. You can't see him at the moment, so you don't know whether that hit or not.
Yeah. Gonna do telekinetic shove on Chiku.
Okay. Strength saving throw.
Yeah.
That is an 18.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Any movement for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward.
Okay.
Kinda start coming towards people.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Great. All right. Elena is down. Chiku's the last one here. Looks
Ready
at
to do saving throw?
you're unconscious. No
You're
saving
asleep.
throw. Chiku looks at all of you. Looks at you, Juniper, and starts to shift into your face as well and says, "We weren't gonna kill you, but next time we might." He's gonna take the dash action and out of sight.
I'm gonna start tending to Ptolemy first.
Okay. So we're
Cure. Huh?
not checking the alleyway or anything?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's her. Never mind.
All right. That will pull us out of initiative. And with that, let me change up some stuff here. Hold on. Okay. Coming out of initiative, everybody being unconscious, it takes you all a few minutes. But everyone who is unconscious is brought back with at least a point of health. So no spells needed. You're able to shake them awake.
Welcome back, guys. Good morning.
Two of
Did you
them
get
got
along?
away. They said that they weren't going to kill us. However, next time they planned to.
Let's not make it next time. We still need to get to the ship.
If it's not left, hopefully Thomas was enamored enough of me to hold the ship.
You're muted.
I am?
No.
No, I said, let's get the hell out of here for the love of God.
I'm just gonna very slowly stand up and kind of dust myself off.
Okay. So what do you guys do from here?
I go directly to the ship.
As
Ship.
fast as possible. Running full speed.
Ship.
Yeah.
Fast as possible.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Takes you a little bit. You get up. You leave the bodies of the two doppelgangers in the alleyway behind you.
Oh yeah, can we loot those?
I don't want to.
I need a
Ship.
I need a group decision here. You have 10 seconds.
If
Ship.
you decide to stay and loot, I'm not staying.
Ship.
I'm not staying.
Ship.
I'm
Ship.
already on my way to the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys haul ass. As you get to the docks, Tomas is standing at the edge. The engine on the boat is already you can see smoke is starting to come out of a smokestack. It's going the paddle boat, the wheel is already starting to turn a little bit. And you guys run up, and Thomas goes, "I was wondering where my new passengers were. Well, you all look like shit."
This city
I
is
feel like shit.
city I'm happy to leave.
Can I sleep?
Oh my
Please.
god. Yeah, we'll find you some where to sleep. My god. There's there's a medic on board. They'll get you looked at. Jesus. And you all jump on. As you jump on, I need a quick perception check from everybody.
I'll let them know too that the
15.
horse and cart were not coming, and neither is Zephyrin. You might meet up with us later, but we can settle
30,
all
20.
that later.
17.
As you
30.
mention that the cart isn't coming, and that Zephyrin has not isn't able to make it, you guys hear, all of you with those rolls, you hear from the crowd in the street behind you, "Hey, wait up!" And you turn to see Zephyrin hauling ass down the street towards the boat. The boat already starting to pull away from the dock.
Oh, he's right there.
Hold
Yes.
on! I'm coming! And as you guys are already on deck, he does a leap. I need an acrobatics roll from somebody.
I'm near
That
death.
one. 14.
I heard
17.
Roland first. What was it?
Nat 1.
He fucking jumps and you watch his head just go boom into the side of the boat, hits the railing into the water.
So the place to sleep.
I'm gonna jump in the water after him and try to get him.
Vulture jumps in.
Oh my god.
You come out holding him. His nose just absolutely gushing blood right now. Looks like he might be missing a tooth. And you throw his ass into the boat. And you crawl in, after him. He's like, "Thanks, man. That sucked. But that bitch was crazy, man."
What happened? You were all lovey-dovey when we were trying to leave a couple hours ago, and now you're trying to jump on a boat and smash your face?
And that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session.
Anyway, wait for
Anyway,
Zephyrin to explain why she's crazy when she comes back.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like a 2-week wait. Yeah, you gotta let him know. He's got to come up with a real good story why she was crazy.
Yep. Nice job, guys. I'm going to be honest. I did not expect you guys to not only make it that long, but to win that fight.
I did not think that would. That's pretty dicey.
You are,
I'm pissed because I was feared for Apros and I couldn't get close to heal anybody.
That's why I wanted to back away when you gave that that spell where you can move. I was like, "Yep, I'm taking that advantage. I'm moving away." And...
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah. So this kind of changed up what's going to happen here, but I was very surprised. Also, they could not recharge their unsettling gaze once. I rolled every single time that they came up after the first one, and they never rolled a 6, so they can never recast their frightened on anybody.
Oh shit!
Got very, very lucky there.
I don't feel lucky.
Well, you were gonna
You're
get
still
robbed.
standing.
You were gonna get robbed real fucking hard
Yeah.
with that pull. So I was like, okay, interesting. But no, you did it, and now you guys have, 2 people in the world that may or may not look like any of you at any time. So,
Yay!
Right. We got to come up with a safe word.
How close were they to both dying, by the way?
very within 3 hit
I
points
was
each.
I couldn't believe I
Oh.
didn't take that one out with 3 hits on him. That was crazy for 16
I was
points.
really hoping Shatter would have fucking sealed the deal.
Because you were saying one was really badly damaged. Like, god damn.
Lot of hit points.
What did they start
Wait.
off with?
I need to go to bed. I love you guys.
gotta go to
Okay, adios.
Good night.
They,
Night.
Good
they
night.
started off with around 60.
Oof.
So you had
Ugh.
240 hit
Fuck.
points to like get through everybody. So
That's a lot. That's a lot.
it was tough, but good job. I'm proud of you
Alright, have a
guys.
good
That was
night.
tough. We're gonna skip combat. I think next session. I think let's have like a nice river boat, huh? So,
Yeah,
Alright.
watch. There's gonna be some serpents jumping out of the water at us while we're just trying to be having a nice time on a boat.
it's Jurassic World. So, all right, guys. We'll see you later.
All right, awesome. Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
All right, chat. Way to go. Way to go. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all. That is it for us. And we will see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe or follow. And hopefully we will